What's up, lords and ladies? Welcome back to another video on this channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 easy reptiles to take care of. Now, before I begin, I know a lot of you guys might be thinking,
Borderline, reptiles are not meant to be easy. They're the toughest things to take care of. Like, I don't know why you're making this type. Okay, I don't know
why anyone would talk like that. But if any of you guys are wondering, no reptile is necessarily easy, but these are very simple reptiles to get into. I would consider them somewhat beginners, or something that anyone out there could learn a little bit faster than your more expert level type of reptiles. But with that being said, let's just get started with this video. Let's go. So the very first reptile happens to be a crested gecko. Now you might be wondering, why is Lord Lion caressing a cactus? I don't know why. I don't have a crested gecko to show you guys, but there's amazing clips online. I'm sure a lot of you guys have come across these amazing creatures, and honestly, crested geckos are probably one of the easier kind of geckos to get into, as they don't require too much. Majority of them do really well with just a warm room temperature. Of course, they do require some temps, but they don't require any special lighting unless you have some plants in there. But majority of them just require a nice enclosure with high humidity, as well as they don't need to be eating insects. A lot of them could be on a mixture of rapashi. So if any of you guys out there are a little bit scared of insects and still haven't overcome your fear of them, crested geckos, I would say they're pretty good because of that. Now, the one downfall that I see is that they don't make great pets when it comes to handling them. Yes, they're for the most part pretty tame and they won't bite you like other geckos might, but these guys, when you are handling them, they sometimes could jump, they would get easily scared, or they would try to run away for the most part. So it's not like a bearded dragon that you could just kind of like put on your shoulder. Oh my god, I can't believe I did this. I should be, hold on. No way. I can't. This just proves that Lord Lion has a flat head. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I got so distracted there. What the heck? But basically, what I'm trying to say is that crested geckos are fairly easy to care for, but they don't make the great pet if you're trying to get one that you could handle. Now, number 2, I am going to put a corn snake. Now, this right here isn't a corn snake, but just to demonstrate, I love snakes. I love all different colors of snakes, all different shapes of snakes. Now, if you want to keep a green tree python like this, chances are you're going to have some experience when it comes to keeping snakes. This girl right here is not your typical, you know, beginner kind of snake that you would want to keep, just because the keep of her requires proper temperatures as well as proper heat, and also an understanding of diet and husbandry. Now, when it comes to a corn snake, the same things apply. They do require the proper understanding of their husbandry. It's not as advanced as something like a green tree python. So if any of you guys are looking into getting a snake, I would highly recommend looking into getting a corn snake or something that is in that same kind of field. I would also say maybe even a milk snake. You know, even though they don't get that big, and a lot of you might want something that's nice and big, a corn snake makes a great snake, you know, for many reasons, as well as even their diet. They don't require such a huge rodent like something like a, you know, carpet python, even a green tree python, or a ball python may or may not need. So with that being said, I would put number 2, a corn snake. Now, number 3, I am going to say a leopard gecko. Now, you also might be wondering, Lord Lion, your leopard gecko is huge. Damn right, man. Like, he's nice and chunky. Look at him. He's nice and big. But seriously, this obviously isn't a leopard gecko. This happens to be my Savannah monitor. But if you are looking into getting some sort of lizard, I would honestly say to kind of stay away from lizards that require a lot of attention, a lot of care, and a lot of different types of things in their husbandry. Now, of course, not to say that you can't keep one, but I would take baby steps. Keeping something like a monitor requires a lot of commitment. These guys eat a lot, they grow a lot, and they also poop a lot. But honestly, when it comes to a leopard gecko, it's a lot less more maintenance compared to something like a monitor. So it might be something a little bit more easier for someone in that entry level who wants to get something pretty cool, but also doesn't want that huge commitment that something like a big lizard would. Now, that to say, if you are a first-time reptile keeper, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't ever keep an awesome creature like this. With enough research, I honestly think that anyone could keep just about anything. However, just because you did research for about a week does not make you an expert on the animal. You should definitely look into doing research at least for, I would say, at least do research for at least 6 months. Now, the next reptile is one that is not really talked about that much when it comes to the list of beginner pets, and it's one that I had to think about twice whether or not it actually is sort of a entry-level reptile. But I would like to include as number 4 the Uromastic. Now, once you got the proper care for a Uromastic, they are pretty easy to care for. Now, they do require high temperatures as well as UVB and places and crevices that it could hide. But the reason why I put the Uromastic on this list is because for the most part, they are vegetarian. They would eat a big salad and seeds, and they're basically pretty good and set to go. You will hardly see a Uromastic eating insects, so anyone out there who's afraid of getting bugs for your reptiles, a Uromastic is a perfect fit for your family because honestly, they only require to eat veggies. So they are not super picky eaters, and they obviously, as you can see, most of them could be very tame, like this boy right here. I had him for quite some time now. He has never bit me. He has never shown any signs of aggression. Look at him. He actually enjoys being pet. But like I said, they do require a lot of attention to their temperatures, to their UVB, as well as a bit of their setup. So anyone out there who wants to get a Uromastic, definitely do some research with them. But note that their diet is probably one of the more easier ones out there because they just require a good healthy salad with different variety of greens, and you're basically set to go. So with that being said, I wanted to include the Uromastic. Now, last but not least, the best reptile out there personally that I enjoy happens to be the bearded dragon. Now, I rank them as number 5. Now, although they do require a lot of attention to their care, to their husbandry, as well as temperatures, diet, and veggies, I would say bearded dragons are probably one of the more docile reptiles out there. So just straight from the reptile store or from the breeder, they're gonna most likely be the most docile, and you could literally just have them on your shoulder like this, or that's kind of on my chest. Come on, Wilbert. But you could just have them on your shoulder and they would just basically chill there for the most part. So I highly recommend anyone out there who's looking to get a reptile, definitely look into the bearded dragon because they're definitely a cute reptile, something that your family would definitely enjoy having, and once you got the proper routine going, is fairly easy. And Wilbert, do you agree? Nod your head if you agree, Wilbert. Okay, I guess not. But honestly, I would truly say that bearded dragons are probably one of the more easier reptiles to care for. But for the most part, you do have to do your research for every single reptile that's on this list. So if you guys are new to this channel, definitely subscribe because I'm going to be posting more videos like this, as well as videos about my reptiles that I already currently have. But with that being said, I'm Lord of Lion. Keep the blood pumping. This right here, whew, this right here is Wilbert. Keep the blood pumping, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification, hit that notification button, baby. You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification.